Into the health section. I do hope you like this section, because this is almost an emotional one for me, right? There's a story in the news this week of a transgender toxic tush doctor. It's a woman who pretends to be a doctor and has been injecting things like cement and sealant into women's bottoms. The reason why this is emotional for me is, well, I started doing this like a version of the SomeNews show in the Edinburgh Festival. One of the first stories I talked about was this. And the trial has just finished. She's been sentenced to a year in prison for doing this. That was the news story that made me obsess about trying to write stuff to do with plastic surgery. I used to do little surveys. We can do one tonight. Give me a G if you've had plastic surgery. Not opting in tonight, then, it would seem. I asked that question. I'm from Mansfield. They did a gig up there. I'd ask the question, has anyone had any plastic surgery? And this drunk woman's voice at the back shouts, I've had me twat done! But I had to ask the question. I said, oh, had it done? What do you mean? And she just shouts out, designer vagina. Now, I didn't see it. I would imagine it's less Gucci, more Georgia Asda. But I became obsessed with trying to, I find all the news to do with plastic surgery. Another plastic surgery related story this week. Good news, actually. They've done some research. Remember the old PIP implants thing? European regulators say that actually there is no link to that substance and a greater incidence of cancer. That is some good news. I know some people who've had the problem of the puncture thing, whatever it's called. Actually, that's what bothers me about this as a story. Quite often the tabloids will say that the PIP implants were bursting. They weren't bursting. Bursting is the wrong verb. It's added in there to make it seem more dramatic. They puncture, don't burst. Burst makes you think you could be sat in a cinema and suddenly hear a nipple on the side of the head. Point those things over there, love. That is not a better mental image than puncture, though, is it? Because puncture makes you think of a woman with a washing up bowl full of water just dipping one in, trying to see where the leak's coming from. It's a lovely mental image for someone. Enjoy that. Oh, while we're talking about plastic surgery, this Justin Bieber fan spends £60,000 on plastic surgery to look like Justin Bieber. I'm going to show you the picture now. I don't know if you can work out which one is Justin Bieber and which one is the guy who, for some reason, spent £60,000 trying to get a face that would attract teenage girls. We need to ask questions right there. I don't think he's quite managed it. No, I think he's more managed that. Justin Bieber and Butthead is what he's got going on there. So, back to the story that I absolutely love. This is a woman who was... People wanted to get bigger bottoms in America, so instead of just using obesity like the rest of America, they went to try and get some surgery done. This person was injecting the entire sealant. One of them, there's a picture of it, Fix-A-Flat. How literal is this woman? Where people go, excuse me, can you fix the problem of my flat arse? She goes, well, I know exactly what to do with that. Fix-A-Flat. She was also using cement. Putting cement inside bottoms. The victims, obviously there are some serious medical implications to this. The victims were worried. Worried? They must have been shooting bricks. You can groan, but it's my favourite joke, so that's how that works. This is not even the victim. This is the doctor herself. She'd done the same work. This one here is cement and sealant and all that business. There's a bit in the news story that says she is currently out on bond. Yeah, unibond. Well, looks the best bit of the story, when it was talking about what had happened, the reason she was caught, within hours, the victim began to feel sick and eventually required treatment, including surgery, at several hospitals. How big was this arse that it can't fit in just one hospital? That kind of girl. Right, politics.